all, it's Miss Madair. Wanted to jump on and send you guys a video with some things that you might find helpful as you work in the course. So I'm logged in as a student right now in the English 2 course, but for my honors students, it's the same exact thing for you guys. So the first thing that I wanted to show you is how to use your calendar. And one of the new features that I have adjusted so that once you finish an assignment, you can get it crossed off of your calendar. So if I'm in the course, I'm going to click on the calendar over on the left. And then I'm going to go to today's date. So here is your assignment for today. Once you find it, go ahead and click on it, and this square will pop up with some more information. So you see a few things up here at the top. It says English 2 823. You see that it's on your English 2 Madair calendar, and then you see today's agenda. So this leaping into the weekend is a link that will bring you to the actual assignment due today. But something new that I've added to most of the calendar agendas is this number 2 down here. It says once you've completed your assignment or assignments for today, press take the quiz to verify. This is an important step because if you like to see things crossed off of your to-do list or your calendar, this is how you will go ahead and do that, okay? But first thing, if you click on leaping into the weekend, it will open up into this window. You see this is your assignment. Read the telltale heart, answer the questions that follow. You have a PDF here of the text, so you're going to download that. It'll download in your corner, and you can go ahead and open it up. Then you have take the quiz. So once you've read the text, you're going to take the quiz. Remember, this is a LEAP type assessment or assignment, so you can go back and forth between the quiz and the text as many times as you need to. So you just kind of click back and forth to answer each question. Remember, right now with the gift of the Magi, we're talking about the importance of rereading, how you have a different focus each time you reread the text. So I would encourage you to do the same thing as you're going through your quiz. So you're going to answer your 5 questions. You're going to submit your quiz. You have 3 attempts on this assignment. So I did adjust the settings where you can see which questions you get wrong after each of your attempts. Then after your 3rd attempt, you'll be able to see the correct answers. My goal is that if you are unable to get all of the questions correct, you will go back, read the correct answer, and then hopefully in your mind kind of work out why that is the correct answer. All right, so let's say I finished my assignment, I submitted it, I got a perfect score. I want to go back to my calendar because I want to make sure that this is crossed off of my calendar, my to-do list, and I don't have to question whether I've done it or not. So you're going to go back to your calendar. You're going to click again on today's assignment for today's date, but this time we're going to go up to the top. You're going to click where it says English 2 823, and this time it's going to open up into the big agenda, and it has a take the quiz option down here. So once you have completed the assignment for the day, you want to go back and take this quiz just saying that you've completed it. So there's 1 question and 1 answer choice. You can't get it wrong, and it's also worth 0 points. The only function of this quiz is to get it crossed off of your calendar. So it says click the check below to verify that you have completed today's assignments. You're going to click it. You're going to submit your quiz. And then if you check your calendar again, that assignment will now be crossed off. So that's a cool way for you to kind of keep track of what you've completed and what you still have to work on. And this is probably something similar that your other courses are implementing also. So you'll go through the same process for most of your classes. All right, the other thing that I wanted to show you has to do with the Guidebooks lessons. So I'm going to go ahead and click into lesson 1.1 so I can show you a few things here. So one of the most important things is knowing how to navigate from the different parts of the Guidebooks lessons. So if I scroll all the way to the bottom, There are two next buttons here, and this is where it gets a little confusing. When you are working on a guidebook lesson, you always want to stay above this gray bar. So if I want to move from the overview to the next part of the lesson, which is let's read, I want to click the arrow here. If I click this arrow down at the bottom, it brings me to the next guidebooks lesson. So it'll bring me to 1.2 instead. The problem with that is that as you go through these different parts of the lesson, there are some graded things within here. So if you accidentally skip over all of those things, then your score is not going to be great. So while we're talking about your scores in the guidebooks lessons, let's talk about why some of you guys are getting a 2.5 or a 1 or a 3, because I know you're panicking a little bit. So I want you to calm down, take a deep breath, because those scores are not accurate. Let me explain why. The people who built our guidebooks lessons, they added in some participation points for you guys, which is awesome because you get some freebies there. But the problem with that is as you get those participation points, they automatically go into the gradebook. What doesn't automatically go into the gradebook are the points that I give you for your written responses. So when you see a 2.5 in the gradebook, those are just the automatic participation points. Those do not include the points for your written responses. So that's why you guys are seeing those low grades there. And I can tell you that the people who built our units, they know that we are frustrated, you guys are frustrated, it's very confusing, and they are redoing our next two units so that it doesn't happen again. So let's say that you are going through your lesson 1.1. Well, as you click from overview to let's read, you might get 0.5 points. And then as you go from let's read to let's express our understanding, you might get another point. But then when we get to this ticket out the door, you have to actually answer something and I have to grade it. Well, until I grade it, those points are not being factored in. So that's why you're seeing that 2.5 out of 10. And then once I go in and grade, you'll see your score adjust accordingly. So hopefully that gives you a little bit of peace of mind. If you still have any questions, guys, please feel free to either inbox message me or give me a call or text me. My number is 985-235-0835. And I hope you guys have a great weekend. I'll see you on Monday.